version of the truth. That's all that matters.
Truth is singular. Its versions are mystery.
Whoops. Hi, guys. Welcome to Awake and Activate. Trying out some new software here, but boy, do I have a treat for you. Mr. John Binney is live with us today. He's going to talk about his awakening. He is a very talented musician. He's gotten me through some very hard times, I'll tell you what. And I met him in person, and, that's just icing on the cake. We're going to talk about his awakening, his talents, what he shares with the community, and how much, just in his own words, what he's been through, what he's experiencing, and how what is going on now is affecting him because he is in Scotland. So let me bring on Mr. John Binney. Hi, John.
Hello. Hey, Michelle. How's it going? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my goodness, what an honor and a treat. We've been trying to do this for a couple weeks. So John has been very patient with me. Thank you. You guys, look, we're sitting in the same room.
That's right, yeah. This is totally real. I mean, hands are real, but my body is slowly fading.
Yeah, you know what? He's vibing so high, he's translucent. Yeah, he's vibing so fast, we can see right through you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What are your passions? And, when did this all start for you?
Yeah. A bit about myself. I live in Scotland. So that's in the UK. It's the top part of the UK. And I live down at the coast with my family, so my wife and 2 children. And I work, my day job, I work full time as a software manager. And in my spare time, which is often my sleep time, I'm a musician. So I've been writing a song every day for about 1.5 years now, inspired through meditation. And if we rewind the clock back, just over a couple of years ago, is when I kind of awoke, or certainly awoke in this cycle of my life. So yeah, my mission is to raise the love vibrations of billions of hearts. Quite how, I think it's through my music, although I think I'm starting to appreciate that it's not only through music that can be achieved. And why do I do it? Because I think we could all do with some help with our hearts. And it seems like now is the perfect time for me to kind of step forwards with my music, and 500 songs later, share more with people. And I'm really here to help inspire other people as well, and inspire people to connect with their passions.
And I have to tell you, many people, especially the Isetti family, is well aware of, the heartbreak. And I have to tell you that each morning, just knowing that there would be a video, a song, a new song. I mean, I looked forward to them because they would just warm my heart, the light, the love, the passion, the words, the wisdom, the messages. I mean, it's like he's got he's got the touch of the pulse of whatever's going on within you to bring out the best version of yourself, no matter what you're going through. And I have to say that is a gift. I mean, and I really think, it's time, for others to realize what a great gem he is. I want to let you know that his channel link is in the description box, and, subscribe to him. He also, he's so amazing that he will actually has music that he has created that he allows content creators to use as their background music. You want to tell people a little bit about that and where that inspiration came from to share like that? That's amazing.
Yeah, I think so. So for me, my music is an expression of what comes through for me every day in meditation. That was after I awoke. That was kind of a gradual process. But I've not written songs for like 10, 15 years. And then when I moved house, I was very lucky to, a couple of years ago, I was lucky to have a studio in my house. And it was a dance studio, it was a Zumba dance studio. And so I thought, great, I can like set up some music equipment. And I quickly realized that it's actually really hard coming up with songs. And I started to do them at weekends. And then I started to realize that my kind of meditation practice was also bringing through like feelings, and it was bringing through kind of exciting emotions and visuals. And I thought I should sing about this. This stuff's like golden, right? And then I became intentional about it. So then every morning, and I have a couple of weeks ago on my channel, I put a guided meditation of what I follow every day. And it's like everyone has their own practice, right? But it's just a mix up of various different people that have inspired me in meditation. And it's relatively short, but in that time, I asked my guides, higher self, and source of the universe for messages. And so I use the words messages for me, but I know that they're not. Most of the time, I don't think they're really for me, but they're for me and many other people. And so to answer your question about sharing music, for me, I feel like a vessel. I feel like this, and I'm sure many people do that are connecting to their creative talents, is to just let it flow through you. And I guess one of my strengths is like my tenacity, and I'm a kind of creature of habit. So once I get into something, I actually find it quite hard to stop it. And so when I started last February 2019, starting as writing a song every morning, and it strangely started before when I was working in Seattle for a week, and I started doing it in the hotel room every morning, and I just thought I could just do this all the time. I'm just not going to stop. So I just kept going, and I thought I'd maybe do like a month and then a year, and now I don't know. I don't think I'll ever stop. And so when it comes to sharing music, I just feel like it's kind of from the universe to the universe. It's like an expression back. So one thing I did is I removed the copyright from my music quite a while ago. So certainly on YouTube, you just need to ask me, just contact me for permission, and you can use it. And I'm also happy to. What I find really weird is it's like I'll write a song, like I love collaborating. I think I don't know how many collaborations I've done. It must be 50 plus at least. And I have a list at the moment of about 15 different collaborations that are kind of going on. So I've written around 10 of those songs. So every morning when I come in, I write a song for myself through meditation, then I'll write a collaboration. And so if someone
I've
does
seen
one,
those. My gosh, they're wonderful. Like they'll submit some lyrics, and then you'll put the music, or maybe make a few little adjustments, and the dancing that people they'll put in the dancing, and then you put into your video, and they could be dancing to something completely different, but it syncs up with your creation. It's amazing. It really is. Like I said, finger on the pulse, So, that's how you ask him. And he also has some that are just instrumental. I wonder, are you able to see when I pull the comments up on the screen, John? Did you see where somebody said that my house is just beautiful? It's exactly like yours. You think they came in after? after we shared that these are these are backgrounds that they have in the software that and how John is vibing so high you can see right through him. So yeah, so your awakening process started, you said, a few years ago, and how
Yeah.
and reopened the passion of music, and through meditation is where you get your inspiration, which sounds like you're getting the messages from source and you're putting it out in song, because each song, whether it be dedicated to a person, magnifies the inner beauty of that person. With people that can see those kind of things, can see, and you're right, you're spot on with them. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but the one you did for Fifth World today, the one you posted today, and from what I know of her, you hit it on the head. I mean, and many of the people that I've met, when we went up, our ESETI fam that you had done, they're just so amazing. You put it in song, but in such a deep, heartwarming, the inner beauty, it just really is expressed. Now, as for using your music for background music, you've given me a few songs that are just instrumental. So do you have a web page that you put your music up, that whether it be for sale or that you share with people, that people can find it?
So no, I don't have a webpage, but my music, so my last 10 albums or so, so I think I have 25 albums, they're on Spotify and Amazon and Apple Music, etc. So you can access them there. And yeah, you can, if you like an instrumental version of a song, just let me know and I can create you one. It's all recorded on my mixing desk. So
if it's on Amazon and things like that, that means it's copyrighted and for sale. I know you're a professional musician. I know that you gave me a song and they gave me a strike, and you really came to bat for me. You're like, no, I've reversed the copyright, and I gave it to her. And then next thing I know, it went away. And I was like, John, I mean, you really go out of your way for people. And I can't put words on it. Do you mind? I'm putting you on the spot here. Do you mind sharing a song? Feel up to playing a song? And then we'll get back into our conversation. Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So
that was not what I meant to do. There we go.
I have my C3 guitar here. And I'm going to play. So this song was written just after I came back from ESETI. Can you still hear me okay?
Yes. You froze, though. You froze up on me for a minute.
And really
hold on a second. Let me see if I can unfreeze you. Hold on. John, you're frozen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Pop back in real quick, and I'll bring you back in because you're frozen on the screen, and I want people to actually see the amazingness of you playing. Oh, you're unfrozen. Did you fix it?
Yeah, I think.
Well,
my
there you go. Okay.
Okay, cool.
We're ready.
So this song is called Blissful, and it was written about that experience where we first met in ESETI in August last year, when I played Out in the Sun for so many beautiful souls. So this is for everyone who's listening today. Who's sitting in the sun with all my friends, singing our favorite songs when we were young, still young. My heart's bursting, and now my eyes are sparkling. I want this moment to ever last. I see it in your smile. I see it in your eyes, my friend, as we are raising the love vibrations, billions of hearts. It's beautiful. Oh, it's blissful. And hold me close, my friend. I don't want this moment to ever end as we are watching the setting sun. We know as we get older, we know this fun has just begun. I see it in your eyes. I see it in your smile, my friend, as we are raising the love vibrations, billions of hearts. It's beautiful. Oh, it's blissful. I see it in your smile. I see it in your eyes. Your heart is smiling at me, raising the love vibrations, billions of hearts. It's beautiful. Oh, it's blissful. We're raising the love vibrations, billions of hearts. It's beautiful. It's blissful.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Moderators, please make sure you're sharing his channel link. You don't have to leave the page to go find it. It's in the description box. But usually, a lot of times, if it's in the stream and people come back and they see the chat stream, they can grab it right there and get right over to his channel, because not only has John been sharing songs, and also putting his albums up there and sharing them, he also does live concerts. I've managed to make a few of those. Oh my gosh. The poor guy, I came so late. I think he sang a few extra songs that he was almost hoarse when he was done, because that's how his heart is. It's just, he knows what you need and wants to give it to you. But he also has been doing videos talking and sharing. And those are absolutely wonderful. So he's branching out, a little more with that. So, talk about diamonds. We want to share the diamonds that we are able to find with other people and introduce them to people that may not know you're out there. So by putting your channel up, different people that come watch over here are going to find you. And possibly other people may see you on this stream and invite you on. because you just talked about that not too long ago, that you're a little nervous because this was your first time coming on someone else's platform. So I'm sure that, we've got, I've been trying to show you, I think, you're on a phone, right? So it's kind of hard for you. I was trying to show you by putting the things up there, the people who have showed up to support you on this stream. You've got one Eileen, and she has an awesome platform, and she does guests. She has guests on, and of course, Shane from Unbiased on the Fence. I haven't seen him in here, but he does things like that. And we've got Rita. I'll do a quick shout out to these amazing people: Janice Haynes, Helen Sky Gazer, Rita R. Woodward. I know you know her. Delilah's Arguus.
Hey, Delilah.
Okay, so because there's new names, some of them are new names. Go Kart Bob. Oh yes. The Conscious Evolution. Preliminal. I saw Dead GPK, and also I want to say my parents are listening, and I told them I was having a musician on, so they're listening in the background, and we would call them lurkers. We've got Raleigh or Raleigh, or he's in here now, is Arle. I hope I'm not missing anybody. There are so many people in here chatting and supporting and just enjoying you. Jody, Rick Medium. Nice. So it's good to see some people, names that you recognize, but did you recognize all of them? Oh, and we had the truth seeker, which I know that one would be a new one for you. It's hard on StreamYard to scroll up too far. Oh, not so fancy, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
Yes. Oh my gosh, such a high vibing group. I could feel it. Can you feel it?
Like I must admit, I find it really hard when I'm playing songs to You Beautiful Souls live, because I get really emotional. Like I just want to kind of stop and just start crying. It's just like tears of joy, and it's that connection you feel, like that, like I do when I talk to you, but also all these other people. It's like it's more than just being like here physically. It just feels incredible. So thank you so much for.
Yeah, get out of my living room, Scotland. How did you teleport over here? That's probably why you're translucent, because you've come over in your energy form to my my background living room.
That's right. Yeah.
It was kind of funny that he said that. Really, it's fun. So you're in Scotland. What's going on with you, like with all of this stuff going on? I'm sure you're walking in a peace that is beyond people's comprehension, because that's just the man that you are. But as for the rest of the society and with what's going on, how is this, going for you guys over there?
So we've been in lockdown for. It felt like for Europe we went a little bit late, but I've lost count. It's like 6-7 weeks. I've been working from home. We're allowed to go out for an hour's exercise like each day, and shopping, and that's it. Social distancing. I think Scotland's a small country. Like we just have like 5-6 million people. It's been like that since I've been alive, and we're kind of attached at the hip with England and London, which is even bigger. And so we kind of we listen a lot to what goes on the news. I must admit, like I just do not watch like really any news. And in fact, sometimes, like, because I'm a manager at work, and so sometimes when I'm doing things, I don't know if I've just frozen, have I?
Stop freezing up on me.
Sorry. um,
Wait,
so
you left my living
uh,
room.
I know, yeah. Wow, there's a tiger in the room.
Yes, this is a creation of my dad's. He makes a lot of these beautiful images, and I use them as backgrounds in my videos. And then I've got people like you with your beautiful music. It's just, yeah. Okay, Scotland, go on with
Yeah,
what you shared.
I mean, we're really in isolation, and like for me and my family, like selfishly, it's been amazing because I've written a lot more music. In fact, when it first happened, I was writing like 2 or 3 songs a day, and then I'd find it hard to like do all the videos because I do all the videos on my phone, and I'm like, that's a lot to do every day. And so I thought, well, I better pace myself. This might go on for a while. So I'm now just doing 1 or 2. And I just I work in the morning, and then at lunch, like I take the dog and the kids out for a walk, and it's great to connect with them, walk in nature. Sometimes I take some video footage for music videos that you see around Scotland, because it's like super easy to do, and it's such a beautiful location. And yeah, and the rest of it, we're just keeping busy. I mean, we were very lucky, and we bought a motorhome, or in the US you call them RVs. We bought one just before lockdown, like literally the weekend before. And so it's sat in the garden, but tonight after this, we're camping in it. In fact, we plan to watch the whole Harry Potter, all the DVDs with the kids. Not all at once, I think there's about 10 hours, but we'll do them right one weekend at a time. So yeah, just really making the most to connect with each other. I think it's also a big reflection time for everyone, right? Everyone in the world is going to this kind of inflection point where you're looking at yourself and your life, and you're thinking, I think it's starting to dawn on people that actually this world has already changed. Like it's already happened. Like we already reset. It's just we haven't quite caught up with it ourselves yet. And what's beautiful about that is, of course, we can create what we want out of this reality. And in terms of fear, like I'm human. I have fear. I have down days too. Like I don't really express that in my music much. I go through, you see me doing some dark songs and some light songs, but most of the time I'm pretty upbeat. There's so many things that go wrong, but when you think about the beautiful things that can go right, and you want to be a part of those, you want to help create them. Like that's one of the things that really got me talking. A couple of YouTube friends had said, John, you should talk more about your experiences, share more. And I'm just so nervous, like mainly because I think people think I'm crazy, and I'm sure that resonates with everyone that's listening. It's like, good news. The new crazy is trying to be normal. That is probably crazy. And so now when I talk, I just think, well, I just want to express some of the things that are kind of fitting together, partly in my mind, mainly from my heart. And I think, what's the future I want? I want to be it now. I want to be that future now. I want to be that person. I want everyone else to be that person too. And I want everyone to connect with their passions, whatever they are. And people don't need to create every day. Like you just thinking positively every day for some of the day is like a huge step forwards for most of this planet.
And the meditation time is amazing. That because this was interesting information. Actually, my dad shared this with me that the Earth, because all the people are not out on the highways and driving, and that the vibration of and quakes and things like that, it's quieted down. The Earth is it's quieted and healing herself because all of this excess activity is not going on right now. So
you can feel it, right?
Yeah, the calmness that is coming about. One thing though, that I know that my last live stream was a rant because they took down a post that I thought would be really helpful for people that maybe using lots of hand sanitizers and masks and and sheltering in place and not hugging other people and social distancing and all that when this lifts, the last thing that you want to do is to get upset and go into some kind of a rally or protest and be amongst 40 to 50,000 people. You have to come out of your home and reestablish your own immune system. So come out slowly, only interacting with a few people at a time as we rebuild all the good bugs, that we need for our immune system. And that was basically what I was trying to share with science, she was a virologist. So she had all the science behind it. So a lot of people, that's what they need to hear, professional experts, so they can get an understanding. All I want in my heart is for people to be safe and healthy. I don't want a reoccurrence of what my mother brought up to me back in the, 1917, of the Spanish flu, where they sheltered in place. They did exactly what we're doing now. And then when they came out, they got hit, like 10 times harder with major fatalities because they didn't have the bugs, they weren't interacting, they weren't shaking hands, they weren't hugging, they weren't around other people enough. So, that's just something that I want to share from my heart to others, that, make sure you come out at a pace that's not, irrational. Use logic, build your immune system back up, take vitamin D3, whatever, get out in the sunshine, build your immune system back up that's been depleted since we've been sitting at home. And I do agree with you that it's quieter, meditations are clear. I am swimming again, which I didn't do for over a year. It was almost a year that I didn't get in the pool. And I am out swimming in the sunshine, tanning up, obviously, and building some muscles because I lost so much weight so fast. I'm smaller than I was when you saw me at ECETI. I lost, let's see, I was about, I was getting pretty small then, but I'm much smaller. But what has happened now is I'm actually gaining weight. I'm not getting bigger, but I'm gaining weight because I'm getting muscle. I'm gaining muscle back. But from the lack of sitting and eating and going through that, I was shrinking away to nothing. But now, getting out in the sunshine and swimming, I'm getting muscle and getting healthier. And I am still guilty of checking to see if you have a new song up at least 3 times a week. I'd have to say, I check you out. And I was honored when you did that live concert for everybody, just to sit there and sing your heart out it was well over an hour. And that's why I'm asking the moderators, please post his link. It is in the description box. So all you should need to do is do a copy and paste all my wrench holders into the chat stream. So that way people can, find their way over to his channel and connect with what he's got going on over there one-on-one for themselves. So you don't have to just take my word for it. You'll see it, for yourself. Okay. So in Scotland, you guys are pretty much locked down, been that way for several months too. Quieter, you're producing like there's no tomorrow because of the quiet meditation, but you're hugging your children, right? Oh yeah. So and that's
it's a really interesting thing you bring up about like health. It's really, really important to me and my family, and I think getting out in nature is just the most important thing. And I know not everyone has the privilege of being, close to forests or trees or the sea or anything, but you can find a tree or a plant, or have a plant in like your apartment or in your window box or whatever, connecting to that, touching it, holding it. Like I have 3 trees in my garden. Houses and gardens in the UK are small, right? And I'm really lucky to have 3 trees. In fact, one of them holds up a 150-year-old wall that sits on the side of my house. And and they're just beautiful. And I just spending time with those, spending time in the sunshine. It's been amazing weather in Scotland. We never had such beautiful sunshine. So yeah, I really recommend people get out when they can. You know, of course, keep safe and keep distance, depending on your local situations. But yeah, I think it's also really important to stay active and to keep your vibes high. One of the things I see in others, and I see in myself, is I have a sense of lack around freedom. So like I'm thinking, like I'm missing something. Like I want to go and drive my motorhome, and it's really interesting because the way I deal with that is I prepare. So in my heart and in my mind, I'm preparing for a long journey in my RV, in my motorhome. So I've started like upgrading like the solar and the cabling, and I can record music in it as I travel. And a bit like when you say to the universe, here's my dream. So my intention is I'm going to raise love vibration of billions of hearts. I don't know how that's going to happen. I do know that I'm going to show up every day for that dream, and I'm going to try and make sure that I'm always there. I'm always present for that. And when I'm ready to, when the universe sees that I'm ready, my guitar is tuned and it works, and my RV is ready and I'm good to go, and I have, I'm keeping my weekends open so I can travel. Like I'm just going to do it. And so when the local government allows us to travel a bit more and where it's sensible, then like I'll do that. And I think where we can't do something physically right now, being prepared to just get ready and go is really, really important. So yeah, I love kind of geeking out in RV, motorhome electronics and music equipment and whatever it is, as well as just creating every day. And for me, it helps me feel like I am free. Like I'm free to choose that that's my next step, and that's what I really want to do. And I'm just getting ready, and I keep saying, universe, every day I'm ready. One of the first few words I say every day. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to traveling more. In the meantime, I just love creating. Like as you can tell, in terms of freedom, one of the things really interesting in this community is connecting with people where like beyond the physical realms, beyond the internet. And I had an experience. I had an experience this week. I've had a few experiences like this, and some of the people are in the chat just now that I've had these experiences with. But I had an experience with Melissa from Thought and Perception Out Loud. She posted a video that I shared on my community page today, and it was about. So we were doing a collaboration, and my guides were like, they're kind of screaming at me. They're like, "Hey, John, ask Melissa about the earth and trees and elemental spirits." And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. Why would I ask her that? I don't really know her. Like she's gonna think I'm crazy. But it like kept coming back. It kept coming back, like over about 2-3 days. And I thought, well, she seems like a beautiful soul. The worst that's gonna happen is she's gonna think I'm crazy, and I'm just that random musician guy. And so
hey, that gives you the excuse to be eccentric, though, doesn't it? I'm a musician. Yeah. I could be eccentric.
Yeah, sometimes I hide behind that, and it's but when it comes to these connections like that and talking like you do so bravely, like that, I find really hard. I have so much respect for you and other people that do that. Yeah,
but here you are doing it.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah,
no fear.
But in terms of freedom, lockdown versus spirituality, actually, we've never been freer. We've got quiet, collective consciousness. We've got quiet planet. The birds are super loud because they're all super happy. Nature's like so happy. I've got deer in my garden eating some of my weeds, which is great. But yeah, I went through a kind of past life connection with Melissa, and what I experienced was like being able to visually see things I'd never seen before, experience emotions I'd never seen before, and they completely resonated with her, and I wasn't the first person that had said that. So that was fantastic. She hasn't already putting like her response as a follow-on video to explain like how her listening to that, what's it like. And so the reason I bring that up is I would love to see more people share their experiences. Like,
and it brings peace to other people. It really does.
Yeah,
When you start talking about it, they're like, oh, I'm going through that too. I thought I was losing my mind. But then they're like, oh, you know, somebody else that's been through this, and, you know, maybe it just started for them, and they're like wondering, wait, have I lost my mind? Am I going nuts? Why am I leaving my body? Where am I going? What am I seeing? What is this all about, you know, that I'm experiencing? And then when we have people out talking about it, it really, I mean, I really wish I would have had, you know, what we have today. You know, would have been able to find people talking about things like as openly as we are back then. It would have really made things a lot easier. I'll tell you that. I mean, wonderful people speaking out on their experiences actually does the opposite for people that think they're losing it. Actually, the world is built crazy. Just the whole foundation of this construct that we've been living under is crazy. You are so sane that you question your sanity. I mean, when you question if you're crazy, then you're sane. That's just, you know, that's just how it goes. There's a question that Raul had for you. I did bring it up on the screen so you could see it. You wanted to know if your channel had been Mandela, or if you been Mandela affected.
Oh, that's a great question. So I'm the worst person to ask about my songs, for example. So I bet some songs will have changed, but I have no idea because I just don't remember any of them. Because I write so many, I find it really hard to remember the details. I can literally open up the video and not really remember any of it. Have I experienced the Mandela effect? Oh yes, a lot. I don't know. I changed channel and Bias on the Fence, and the book you did with Eileen as well, and others. Like, you know, they're fantastic sources because, like, again, you feel like I'm not crazy. And one thing that's really been useful for me is like my kids aged 10 and 14. Like, they, for all the things that they think that I must be a bit out there about, they totally connect about the Mandela effect, because they just don't get it. They're like, that does not make sense. In the construct that we've been taught, the way we've been programmed, it doesn't make sense. And we often, when we go long dog walks, like at least once a week, we just talk about all the different latest theories we've heard about the Mandela effect. And what I love about it is, and what I love about that kind of awakening process is that there's no right answer. There may even be multiple versions of truth. That was this week's conversation, which was with the kids, was like, what's truth? Like, does everyone have their own truth? Is there like a central truth? Like,
do
how
we
does it work?
shift to what we resonate? I mean, really?
That's right. Do you make your truth? And that was a really fascinating conversation. But yeah, I to answer the question, yeah, I think the trigger for me was it Luke? Luke, I'm your father.
Luke,
and
I am your father. That's
Luke,
exactly how I remember it. Not,
and
no, I'm your pappy. No, Luke, I'm your pappy. No, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm being really sarcastic with it, but that's how off it sounds to me now. It's like the thunderous, the big grand opening of that whole statement. That, you know, I mean, it was a scene maker. It was a big part of that movie, the revelation. And it was not I'm your daddy. No, I'm your father. It was, Luke, I am your father. That's how I remember it. But my brother's a huge Star Wars fan. He remembers it. No, I'm your father. So I can't reconcile that. It's like,
really funny.
What? I want to talk to you about your traveling, your dream to travel. I want to share with you. which is like things that you're talking about are hitting my heart and just expanding so much because there's so much in common with people that are directly involved in my life who have done these very things. My parents sold their house, yard saled everything, and went full timing on the road. As soon as they retired, boom, they were gone. They absolutely loved it. Now it scared me a little bit. I'm like, you're selling your house, you're selling everything. You don't have a home. They're like, this is a home. Wherever we park, it's home. And now, mind you, they are in groups called Thousand Trails, and it's got security guards. It's a really nice place, and they've got locations all over Canada and all over the United States. So you could stay 2 weeks at a time at one, and then move straight over to another one, and then see another part. So that I knew they would be safe, but they did that. They lived it. They did it for 10 years, John. Loved it. If it wasn't for me and the car accident, they'd still be out doing that. I would love for them to be able to resume that lifestyle. They were the happiest when they were out exploring, this beautiful land, these landscapes, these anomalies, these phenomena that we're able to enjoy and experience. There's so much beauty around us. We just are running that hamster wheel that we don't have time to look up and see it.
Such busy humans. It's really funny. Imagine a world the opposite way around. I was talking to some neighbors in their garden yesterday about this, which was, imagine everyone like stayed in an RV and then they drove around the country all the time, and then someone came up to you and said, "I've got a great idea. I'm going to buy like a house that says exactly where it is." You're probably going to, like in the UK, we get mortgages for like most of our lives. It's like you're going to get a loan from the bank for like hundreds of thousands of pounds, and you're going to pay it off for your whole life. You're just going to stay in that one place, and like it'll probably need quite a lot of maintenance, and you'll probably even have rooms in it you never use, but you should pay for those too. And like you probably have to like work really hard to pay for all this, way more hours than you want. You probably ignore all of your passions, and you're thinking, I think I'll go for the RV. And it's such a ironic world. And I'm not saying I'm going to sell up my house and go full time. I do watch a lot of YouTubers that do it. Even written some songs for them. But I'm definitely going to do it at weekends to start with. And yeah, it's super exciting to just explore. Like in the UK, we have so many like ancient and sacred sites. Like they're everywhere. There's one just right next to my house. We absolutely love exploring and connecting, and waking up in a different place and playing music and connecting with lots of different people. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going back on our UK tour.
I don't know if you've seen that Fifth World has joined us, and we were just talking about her ears must have been ringing about the beautiful song. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention that she came in the room. And remember, guys, share the link to John's channel. So if somebody sees this later, like I said, they can, because I don't like to abuse my guests. I like to keep them just an hour. And we've got a few minutes left here. And, so you're to kind of, summarize what we've talked about. You woke up a few years ago, 2-3 years ago. You're walking on this path. Your heart, you the songs through your music, even when dedicated to others, or songs that you sing just as a daily devotional through your meditation, they're very moving and heart expanding. They're tangible. You can feel that vibration, that energy frequency very powerfully through your passion, your talent, your gift. And now to add the wisdom, just you talking and sharing with people, expanding and overcoming those fears. I don't like the way I look on camera. I don't like the way I sound, but it was a message. It's too important to talk to people, to introduce others like yourself to other people. I may not resonate with you, they may completely resonate with you. So I like to bring people on so people can see and pick and go how they flow wherever they're at. You know, you don't resonate with me. Hey, check this guy out, and subscribe to him and check him out. But see, with you, it's a little different. There's music, the music, the shares, the heartfelt energy. You're a diamond. You're a precious diamond. You're a heck of a find, and everybody, no matter where you're at in your walk or your understanding, can benefit from your platform. That's my old channel name, Michelle's Opinions on the John Binney's channel. So, do you want to play one more quick one for us before we? Okay, we'll put you center stage.
I just want to say a massive thank you for having me on. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you. Just why 100% words. And to my final message would be, if you have a passion, if you have something that's been niggling that you want to share with others, then do it. It could be your art, your dancing, your singing, it could be talking, it could be poetry, anything. Just go for it. And what I think is really important at this time is that we all express ourselves and help show the way for others.
I agree with that.
So I'm going to play The Event Is In You.
Nice.
Because
the event is in you, correct? Is that the right title? The event is in you. That's right. Okay, nice.
In this universe, there's a galactic song resonating love to all of us and to our hearts, sending love, breathe through what you know to be true. This event is in you. You're creating new worlds. Your love is true. And in the darkness, so there's a light, a default state, and that's all your love. Oh, feel that fire of rage in your heart and breathe through what you know to be true. This event is in you. You're creating new worlds with your love is true. This event is in you. Creating new worlds with your love. So Sunday. Shine through with all your love, with all your love. Shine through with all your love, with all your love. And shine through with all your love, with all your love. Shine through with all your love, with all your love. Breathe through 'Cause this event is in you. You're creating the worlds with your love is true. This event is in you. You created the worlds with your love. It's true. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, John, my heart's going. Yes. There's that beautiful John Benny symbol. Yeah, and you managed to get it so it's so perfect, like on your face, like the heart is just, yes, so perfect. And so I always enjoy seeing hearts. When I look into the skies, I see hearts. It doesn't matter whose sky is being shared. I see
Yeah, me
hearts.
too.
I mean, I'll watch Fifth World or Dead GPK or My Skies 5D. A lot of the Sky Watchers, and they're showing these phenomenal footage that they're capturing, which, I think that a lot of it has to do what's going on in here reflects around
Yeah.
them. So it talks about them. And then when I'm seeing, I always see hearts in my own sky. And then I'm seeing hearts when I'm looking at their skies. I'm seeing what they're seeing and what
It's
they're
like seeing
talking
it.
about. But
It's like
it's,
seeing inside of them. It's so incredible.
I mean, in their observations, and it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I've told everybody to do this. Just go outside with your cell phone and take a video of yourself talking. You be in a love space, maybe after meditation or prayer, and just take a video of yourself outside, showing the skies and stuff. Be in it. You can be in it, and then watch how the sky interacts with what you're saying. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It
And
really,
it's so real. Like I just love Skywatchers, Fifth World, My Skies BB, Dead GPK, everyone that shares, because it's like partly because it's so brave, but also because it's true. Like, and I a bit like I feel a desire to share to my music. I'm always like, I wonder if anyone's really listening. And when you're a bit like when you're sharing the sky, it's like, is anyone really like paying attention? Because look what I can see. And we are, like, we see it. We love your work. Like, please keep sharing. You inspire us.
oh my gosh. And not only are they sharing what they're seeing in their skies, but they're sharing the wisdom that is being dropped into them from above. It's coming out. It shows out around them. And then when they're talking, like right now, I'm talking about like Fifth World. She will give out wisdom. She'll dole out wisdom. Sometimes she'll hesitate with the wisdom that she has where she shouldn't. But that's her shyness. That's her humble personality that she has. She also doesn't like to come on camera, and she has the same problems that we all do. We don't like the way we look. We don't like the way we sound. But now you guys get me no makeup, raw. This is me, it's more, the message is more important. The share is more important than what I look like or what I sound like. But she does more than just, she does her sky imaging, but she also shares wisdom and research and other knowledge that she has come across with it. I mean, she's a very special woman, and that song you made for her today, it just captured her beauty, that inner beauty, that beauty that she actually is externally beautiful, but you can't convince her of that.
Today's song was like when I watch, when I connect with Fifth World and I see her work, it's like there's just an overwhelming love, like, for such a powerful sister. Like, I'm sure in Dreamtime we're going on missions and we solve a lot of things and we heal a lot of darkness together. And I do have memories of seeing her, not in a different avatar. She is a strong warrior, and I have nothing but respect for her. And there are so many of us are like that, and many of us are hiding. Right, we're like, oh, we're hiding in the corner, but
Mhm.
you know, this world is tapping us on the shoulder now and saying, hey, guess what? Like, you are a divine creator. You're creating this. They're in your hands now. What are you gonna do? Like,
What are
what
you
world are you
going
gonna
to
do?
exactly? And
Um,
then we know, and then we also know that even people that don't know are this also. They just don't know it.
yeah,
And and we kind of want to tap them on the shoulder to their inner beauty and divineness that's within them. That's what people are expressing out with such love. And it starts within us. It has to start within, and it starts with cracking open that heart and then just allowing everything just to flow. Um and there's, so like I said, so many people that are out there and sharing this with each other in their own way, from their own experiences, that there's got to be someone that some you'll resonate with because of what how your awakening is going, and can make it much easier on others, just like I'm introducing you to many, that I mean, I you guys really take the time and hit that subscribe and enjoy him. And he is welcome back over here any time he would like. My casa, su casa. Do you have anything, any final words that you want to share before we end
just
this?
just a huge, just a huge thank you, and just to say to everyone that's listening, you came here for a reason. Uh, we came here for love, and we're here to show the light of that love. There's lots of more people waking up every minute, and we're here for them, and we're here for each other. And just know that I love you, the universe loves you, and we're all in this together. So thank you so much for having me on. I look forward to coming along again, and look forward to hearing more from other people too.
Yes, absolutely. And hold on just a second, and I'm going to try and do the outro. I'm using new software, so be patient with me, guys. And his channel, like I said, is in the description box. So check it out and subscribe and enjoy him as much as I do. And let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's see, how do I do this? Oops, that's not how.